Have you seen that replay, buddy?
All right, man, I'm done talking to you.
You can't be done talking to me. You're right here facing me.
I back. Trust me, I back.
Dana! 60 G's, baby!
But I'm not impressed by your performance.
It's normal. Come on, guys. It's normal.
You'll do nothing. You'll do nothing.
I'm the man of the hour, Joe. Too sweet to be sour. What you see is what you get, and what you don't is better yet. I'm the women's pick. I'm the men's regret. And if you win against Chael Sonnen, you made a bad bet.
I don't have much left to say other than you have seen nothing yet.
What's going on, Fight Week Show fans, Fight Week Show people? Then we're back with another episode of Dust Up Shakedown, and joining me is a fantastic panel. First, I gotta go to my bro Adrian Rayo Sanchez. How you doing, brother?
I'm good. What's up, my man? How you guys doing? You guys all good tonight? I'm doing good, man. No complaints.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. We're doing well, man. It's good to have you on. We got my boy Crossover. It's not in that background this time. This is a makeshift setup, but he's pulled up tonight, man, to talk MMA with us.
Yeah, I'm doing good. You know how it is during the holidays. You know, you're out of town going to visit family, and you got to make it happen by any means necessary. So I'm good to be here. It's good to see you fellas.
Yeah, man, 100%. Jax, how you doing, my bro? You doing good?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Holidays, same situation. But the good thing is Crossover still got the glasses. That's what matters. He still got the glasses.
Yeah, you do. And last but not least, my boy, kick him in the head. Yo,
right.
How you doing, brother?
I am doing amazing tonight. Thank you, Ola. Happy to be back on the Dust Up Shakedown. It's been a couple of weeks since I've really gotten into it because of the late start time, but I'm ready. Let's go.
Yeah, you already know that was down to Champions League, man. You know what I mean? But we did our work yesterday in Portugal, 5-1. We got it done. You know what I mean? So because Champions League was done yesterday, we're here nice and early today, getting it done for the people. And thank you to everybody that's pulling up in the chat right now. Salute to every single one of you. If you're watching on any of them platforms, make sure you're following every single one of these guys on their platform, making the walk. We got Keith, kick him in the head kick pod. We got Crossover MMA. And if you're not following Adrian Rayo Sanchez, I don't know what you're doing. You should be following this brother right now, doing great work at Yokai as well, man. They're doing fantastic work over there. Okay. There's been a lot that's been going on in the MMA world, people. You man already know that. Plenty going on in the MMA world. But we got to start with this clip right here. This one here, it's been mental. Let's go.
Proximo Spirits, the owners of Proper No. 12 Irish Whiskey, are cutting ties with Conor McGregor, who has served as the face of the brand since its launch in 2018. This move comes after McGregor lost a sexual assault case against Nikita Hand, after which major Irish retail chain decided to delist all products associated with Conor from their retail chain. Proximo Spirits confirmed the decision, stating, "Going forward, we do not plan to use Mr. McGregor's name and likeness in the marketing of the brand."
Okay, we've all heard what's happening with Conor. All right, it's not great for him. But on top of this, he's got some additional shit that's going on with him, and this is from somebody that we all recognize that's got some familiarity to do with that bottle that we just seen just now. Let me hit you with that clip.
Conor McGregor faces another huge lawsuit. When it rains, it pours. And after being forced to pay hundreds of thousands to a woman in civil court, Conor McGregor is now dealing with another lawsuit, one that fight fans may be familiar with. Back in 2022, it came out that Artem Lobov was suing Conor McGregor for 5% of what the former champ made when he sold off a chunk of Proper No. 12 ownership. According to Belfast Live, the case is set to go to court in January, with McGregor facing a legal battle worth £7 million. McGregor.
Hey, like the man said, when it rains, it pours. Like it's mental. But Adrian, I'm gonna come to you first. With all this crazy shit that we've been hearing, that's been going on with Conor McGregor, we all know what it's been like outside the octagon. What's your take on all this craziness that's going on with him? Let it rip.
Man, I've only been seeing what the headlines have been talking about, but I know about this whole sexual harassment case that he had to go through previously. But apparently he had some other thing with there was like that issue with that one chick that said she had his baby and all this stuff, and she was like harassing him as well. And but yeah, I'm not surprised, to be honest with you. And he's kind of admitted it already, because he said whatever happened, it was consensual. So now that's the whole reason why he wants to appeal. But I don't know. But I think the people are starting to speak now as well. He's getting cancelled left, right, and center now. I saw them painting over a mural in a gym, and now obviously the proper 12. And I think there was another brand that he had lost some. He was the face of.
Yeah, Forged, and a gaming thing with Hitman, the Hitman game.
Yeah, he was removed off the one game or something like that.
Hitman.
Right, yeah, Hitman, that's the one, correct. But it's catching up with him. I mean, he's trying to live this fast lane lifestyle, and I feel sorry for his wife. They are married. I don't know if they're married.
I don't even know if they well. You might as well say
his
they're married.
fiance.
How long they been together?
Fiance.
15 years.
I don't know. It's shame. Poor Conor McGregor.
Yeah, man. Like y'all knows everything about. Y'all knows everything about Conor, man. Like he's got a dossier on when they started that relationship and everything.
I just feel like it's all catching up with him. It's just catching up with him now. You can't. And that autumn thing, I thought it was a bunch of nonsense. I didn't realize that they were actually going to court for it.
No, they've been in business.
They
were in business.
I didn't realize.
Yeah, they were in business when.
I guess karma is coming now for McGregor. It's like, okay, it's a time for you to pay now. No.
I mean, a lot of MMA, a lot of Jacks, a lot of MMA fighters they've all come at Conor McGregor. Even Mike Perry, tweeted saying he's fired this time. You know what I mean? You can't be texting me that I'm fired, bro. You're fired this time. Dustin Poirier, Khabib Nurmagomedov. You know what I mean? Remember when he told Mike Perry after fighting Jake Paul that he's fired? Now who's fired? I'm trying. Everybody's dropping left, right, and center, and I'm very, very sure it won't be long before BKFC say they don't want nothing to do with him. The way all these big brands are coming at him. What's your
cancel culture is real, eh? Cancel culture is real.
It is, man. It is like and I actually heard that BKFC already said that they're done with him. So yeah, man, he's losing things left and right, man. But it's hard to be a graceful rich person when you can do whatever, or at least you feel like you can do whatever you want, and you start to act on that. You think that there's no repercussions for your actions. I mean, it's showing right now that there are definitely repercussions for your actions. And I mean, and who knows? Maybe he's remorseful. Maybe it doesn't matter. But like, because you have to. There's consequences, and we're seeing a lot of those consequences. The stuff that happened with Artem, who was. I mean, we watched it before our eyes. Their relationship, how close they were on The Ultimate Fighter, how things went out of hand when Khabib acted a certain way towards Artem, and that exploded into the biggest fight that we've gotten in the UFC up to this point. And now the castle is starting to crumble. But I mean, it sucks for him. But at the same time, you get what you deserve, man. You plant those seeds, man. You don't think that they're going to grow, and now they're growing, and those are not the plants that you wanted to grow. That's for sure. So I mean, it sucks for him, but it is what it is. That's what you get.
Cross. Part of the thing, because it's not even alleged no more, right? This is something that's gone to court. It's been finalized. It's been, found guilty of it or to the liability of, because it's in a civil. This was in a civil court and not a criminal court. So, we have to put that out there. But during the whole situation, during the whole court process, there's this bit that came out in the court proceeding, and they said they had to surgically remove the tampon from this woman because Connor banged it so deep they couldn't pull the damn thing out. They had to take her into theater to do surgery on this woman to pull out the tampon, bro. And this woman's got kids.
Wait, did you
This woman's got kids.
really?
She got a boyfriend. Yeah. Right? And she
You
claimed
didn't see that in your case briefing? I know I saw you consult with your legal team.
Bro, this is all been finalized. So this is out there. Anybody's well documented, is right there. And on top of it, yeah, there was two people involved, but one of the other guys was cleared. So James Lawrence, the other guy involved with Connor, he's cleared of no wrongdoing. But he after Connor hit it. I don't understand. Shouldn't he be getting? Shouldn't he be? You know what I mean? Getting. I don't understand how he got off, but Connor didn't. But you know, this whole case is a madness.
I mean, for me, you know, like when the case came down, we all knew that there was definitely going to be some ramifications. Like we knew some people were going to get away from him. And I mean, we've seen it with other athletes in the past and other sports. Like when this stuff comes out, like you start to lose things in a hurry. And you know, that's the culture nowadays. Like people aren't going to play around. And that whole nine, and BKFC is going to be out. And now I'm just wondering, does this get Connor back in the gym? Like, does this get him somewhere to where he can like try and figure his life out and get him in a good place? Whether that's being in a gym, training, or whatever the case may be, like you need to get yourself in a good place. You did a bad thing. You know, like that's not something I would wish upon any woman out there. So I mean, you definitely gotta you know, pay the price for what you did, and this is, with it being civil, you know, you got to pay a penalty and walk around being known for that. But yeah, it's one of those things. You get all this money and you think you're super powerful, but at the end of the day, you still got to answer for the things you do.
I'm gonna come to you, Keith, because I know, you know, everybody's saying council culture, people are dropping him, but one person I know ain't dropping Connor is Yao right here. Talk to me, Yao. What you made of this whole situation? All right.
Well, look, I'm going to start off by pouring myself a shot of proper number 12, but for one reason. Connor sold his shares in proper number 12 in 2021. And that's where he made a lot of his money just after his injury. And that's probably why he hasn't been fighting. So like Crossover said, hopefully this brings him back to the cage, because all these sponsorships are dissolving into nothing at this point. In terms of the case and its merits in and of itself, I think, Ola, you said it yourself, a court has found, and unfortunately I do not have qualifications past the judge, and with all those facts, look, the court is the court, and I accept it for what it is. Guilty is guilty. Sorry for his wife, but she is standing behind him saying that she believes him. So at least they're still strong. So that's great, because it's not something you want to see happen to anyone. Just because it's Conor McGregor and, you know, we have certain sentiments towards him, it's not something you generally want to see. But yeah, unfortunately, the court found him guilty. Guilty is guilty. He is appealing. We'll see what comes through after the appeal. But in terms of losses, yes, proper number 12 isn't really a loss because he already sold the shares. He was just the face of it. So, you know, that's a little bit of marketing, sponsorship money. Sure, it's not the.
I mean, people are still buying it because of him. People like you. So that's
no. So look, right now, I shouldn't even have opened it. This might be the last of the actual proper number 12, because all they'll do is they'll repackage it and bottle it as another brand. That's all they're gonna do. So this should have been a collector's item. But with that said,
I like how you're thinking. Man. I like how you're thinking. Go on.
So I can't really support it. Guilty is guilty, unfortunately. But hopefully we do see him back in the cage, because at the end of the day, we've seen what John Jones's history is in his criminal record or his rap sheet. Let's say we've seen quite a few other fighters who have relatively longer rap sheets. Connor's isn't that long. He does now have one, but it hasn't stopped other fighters in the past. The question is, at 36, how much more does he really have left after all of this? You know, it's become a bit too late now. So maybe we'll see him, but at this point, I don't think we will. But salute and I guess rip at this point to Conor McGregor's MMA career.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, look, and somebody made this point the other day. I'm going to ask you this quickly, Adrian. Someone made this point the other day, and they said, look at Mike Tyson. He actually went to jail. Conor is just in a civil, he's just in a civil court. Do you think, even though he ain't gone to jail, he's going to be doing settlement, maybe he wins his appeal, who knows? But as of now, he's been found guilty of this whole thing. But with Mike Tyson going to jail for rape, and look how he's revered today. Like, nobody even wanted Jake Paul to go anywhere near him. And look how people still love Mike Tyson. And he went to jail for this shit. Conor ain't even gone to jail. What are you thinking? Is there a way back for Conor?
It's Mike Tyson. I mean, flip, you can't. It's like, I don't know.
Connor's
But,
one of the Connor's
look,
probably the
if
biggest
you
star
compare-
in
if you-
MMA. Let's face it.
Yeah,
Let's be honest.
if you compare the stories, and I mean, if you like John Jones as well, like, I mean, I guess you can. I mean, anything's possible, but I don't know. Like, you'll have to. Yeah, like I agree with everyone. Hopefully, this does bring him back to the cage, and then he can come with a new approach to everything. You know, maybe he's learned his lesson, but if he's guilty, he must pay. He must pay the price for it. Just like even Mike Tyson did. Mike Tyson did his time. But I don't know. It takes a certain man to come back from something like that, and I don't know. Maybe it changes his character back to what he was before, or I don't know. Maybe it creates a new type of Conor McGregor that he musters up this courage to try again. Because I think it's going to take more courage than anything else, because he's going to be coming up against basically everyone that's cancelled him, and everyone's going to turn their back on him. He's going to have to forge a new path through everything. And 36 years old, Mike Tyson was a bit younger as well, if you want to compare the two. So I don't know. It's a very, very steep hill to climb, especially someone in his predicament, injuries, age, that kind of thing. Everything he has to face now, lawsuits, the penalty for this crime, whatever. Yeah, it's a tough one, but I mean, anything is possible. But to fight at the top level again, I don't know. I don't see that happening. I don't see that happening.
I mean, if there's one boss in the whole of combat sports that can forgive some shit like that, look past it and give you a job, it's fucking Dana, right?
No, Dana will do it. He'll do it, definitely. I guess he will. And it's dollar signs for him as well. So I think that's the main reason why he would do it. And Dana, I'll tell you what, Dana is straightforward with that stuff. He'll tell you if it's for money or not. But yeah, he's all about the big name. But anyway, I don't know. It's going to be a tough one for Conor McGregor to come back. I hope. I mean, I like a good redemption story where a guy messes up everything and he's comes back and But
this guy says he likes a good redemption story.
He's not wrong. He's not wrong. That's a
thing.
A lot of people like that. And a point I was gonna make is fall like this for Conor of this magnitude, it sets him up for a very big redemption story.
Exactly.
him to come back from this, and the amount of money that he could make if he's able to bring himself back and get back to that level, it'll be huge.
I mean, look, and I think Jax. 1 minute, yeah. Just hold that thought for a minute. I'm going to go to Jax real quick because I wanted to ask him this a second ago. They're talking about Conor, maybe getting back into fighting will do him some good. But we're not thinking of the mental aspect of this. What does a press conference look like from other fighters to Conor in build up to fights like that, bruv?
I mean, they're going to tee off on him, man. I mean, a whole panel will tee off on him. I mean, everything that we saw when he had that magical press conference where he was, I mean, anybody that spoke up with anything towards his direction, he was knocking them down. It'll be completely reversed. But Connor's good at that sort of thing. So I think it would be a legendary press conference. And I think that him coming back is very different from Mike coming back. When Mike came back after he went to jail, he was hurting for money. And he was still trying to figure out his addiction situation. So he had something to put that towards. And everybody knew that he had an addiction. Now, Conor may have an addiction, and maybe that has to come out too. You know, so there's a lot more to his story that we need to understand. And his motivation is very different from where Mike's was at the time, where Mike had to kind of regain his empire. Conor ain't lost no money like that. Like the civil case was like a watch for him. The payment was a watch. That ain't nothing. That's nothing. That's not hurting him. And if his wife is still behind him, like, I mean, he can dip off for a little while, come back, and if everybody hates him, that's great. Because now they have an opinion and they want to see him lose, which means they want to see it, which means he can make money. So he's still a cash cow regardless. This actually might make him even more of a cash cow depending on who they put him up against. So it's not a situation where he's not going to make money. If he loses these endorsements and all of these deals that he has, I mean, that hurts in the end term. But if he wants to get back in for one more, they pick the right person, he'll make a gang of money. So it's not over for him. But if he wants to be beloved, then he has a ton of work to do to get there.
You're right.
I know what he can do to fix it.
There's one thing talking about wanting to be beloved. I don't think Conor gives a fuck about any of that. You know what I mean? Like this man slaps people in the pub, slaps old people in the pub and shit. Like you don't care about being beloved, bro. But yo, you had a thought that I said, hold that thought. Please let us hear it.
No, don't worry. I've got that thought. My question is, if he comes back, who will he fight? That's now my question. Because okay,
Jake Paul.
That for the real money, that's I guess the realest fight, right?
Jake Paul.
Like, which is the real money fight? That's a very good option there in Jake Paul.
Yeah, but which MMA fight? Like if we're talking MMA though, let's look past the boxing for a minute because even KSI has called him out. Right, and I'm not taking those guys serious. You know, I mean, KSI don't call them out. Jake, but everybody wanna. But like, let's talk MMA, like on some competitive shit. Who does he fight? You know, I know a couple of these guys, maybe the young bucks, in the and chats. You can contribute to this as well. I mean, who does Conor fight? I'm sure a lot of people would like to put pause on him, just for what, you know, just for the civil case. You know what I mean? They want to be a little bit of a self-righteous and I want to teach him a lesson, just like Magny did to no, not Magny. What's his name? Ian Gary did to Magny. I say, yeah, you did something to your son. I'm gonna teach you a lesson. Rah rah rah. You know what I mean? Maybe one of them might want to do something like that. I say, you know what? You don't do that to women. I'll go teach you a lesson, that type of shit. And who knows what the build-up of that could be, but who will he fight? At what weight class? And don't say Chandler. Please.
You can't be Chandler. Who wants to see? Does anybody really want to see that fight at this point?
I would like to see that fight. I'd like to see it. I think it would be a decent fight.
Nah, I don't know, man. I don't know, man.
I don't know, man. It's really tough. Like I saw in the chat, Anakin MMA said Conor versus Dan Hooker, but
I
mean, I think that would be cool on a video game, but like, what?
Not a money.
Why? Why would I mean? Dan would do it for money, sure, but like from a competitive standpoint, why would they do that? For what?
So now the question is, if there isn't a credible opponent for Conor, does he come back? Because none of those are real money fights, well, except for Jake Paul. So does he actually come back to MMA in that case? Because none of us can actually find a credible opponent at this point.
I think for Conor to come back to MMA, he's got to fight somebody that obviously is a star, is big, but it's like beloved, so that way he can lean into the villain role in the fight.
Right.
So for me, I can see that being another fight with Dustin. It's gonna be Dustin's last fight. Everybody's gonna want to see Dustin go out with a win over Conor into retirement. Conor can be the villain, say whatever he wants to say. Like, we already know where he stands, how he feels about Dustin. And I think that fight makes a lot of money.
Yeah, and I think it makes sense as well because you know, I mean, talking about people's wives in his DMs, and now look at somebody's missus who now got you jammed up. You know what I'm trying to say? Maybe
like the press conference will be crazy. The press
it'll
conference
be
will be
crazy, bro. The build up to that will be fucking epic. Yeah, and
because you know Dustin Poirier isn't gonna not say all of what you just said. Like, he's definitely gonna say all that and have that energy in the press conference.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. Yeah, Justin Gaethje, that's not a bad shout. Always wanted to see a Max and Conor too.
Max Conor too.
Yeah, I mean,
Conor was
Does he
active.
come back to the
I would
BMF
like
belt?
that, but he's not. Since he's not active, I don't want to see that. But that's just me.
Yeah,
Max got other business to tend to, you know.
Because if that happened, it'd probably be a BMF title fight, and you know, people wouldn't want to see Conor coming right back into a title fight with everything that just happened.
No, but actually, he would be perfect for the baddest motherfucker. I'm just saying, he kind of now would embody it if he came back and won it.
How do you consistently do this, bro? Like how? How? I mean, was he in court the other day for Conor? Like, bro, you did a fantastic job because that woman was looking for 1.7 million. She got 250 grand. You know what I mean? The lawyers did a great job. That's what I'm saying. She got
Hold up. How much was she going for?
1.7 million. 1.7.
I hate to say this. I hate to say this because this is gonna sound terrible. Why didn't Conor just settle?
I don't know.
Because
I don't understand that.
Because I'm like, if they just settle and he pays her, she goes away. There's no admission of guilt. There's no guilty verdict.
Maybe that's sometimes
even for that 1 point whatever she was asking, Conor can just get at her.
Yeah.
Maybe he's could have done that he's innocent. That's how convinced he is that he is innocent in all this. And when they found against him, he's like, hang on, I'm going to appeal because what? Because I mean, if you look at how much he wanted, how much they've given, that sort of shows the liability that they found in the whole case. And therefore, in his mind, he was like, well, I know I did nothing wrong. Sure, I had some cocaine and had extramarital sex, but that's not illegal in his mind. I'm just saying maybe that adds some context to it. I don't know.
Yeah, I got a question for you. Okay. So I'm with you on that, but let's say hypothetically that's the case and he is innocent, right? Is it worth you paying her 1.4 million and this going away, you never have to worry about it again, or you take the chance and this happens and now you have to deal with the press and everything of that? Like, is 1 point whatever worth it just making it go away?
Yeah, I agree with you, Cross. Yeah, you're a bad lawyer, man. You should have told Conor to settle, man. You're a bad lawyer, bro. You should have told. I see you stuck there, Keith, man. You know what I mean? I thought, yeah, you're a bad lawyer, man. You know, you should have told Conor to settle because now everybody's dropping him. All these brands is dropping him left, side, right, and center. And he probably lost more than 1.4, 1.7, wherever he's paying now. With all these people dropping his ass left, right, and center, you know what I mean? So
that's the lawyer's
crazy.
fees.
But let's shift gears away from Conor McGregor because even when this guy in fighting, he finds a way to dominate the news. But what just happened in the last card? And Bisping was talking about this. We got a clip of it, and it was Ming Shea. And I went on big up Sterling, salute to Sterling. I went on this show. We did the prediction show on his channel, and I picked her to win because she was like a massive underdog, and everybody thought the other lady because she was bigger. stronger. You know what I mean? She looked it. But let's see what Bisping and Felder got to say about it right here.
Talk about a young lady that competed on the prelims. I don't know if you saw this, Paul, because it was like 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm assuming you weren't up.
No, not at 3 in the morning. I've seen highlights. Is this the head kick one?
Yeah. So there's this woman. Yeah. She's called Shi Ming, right? Which you can make some jokes because Ming in England is kind of an insult. Like she's a Ming. She is a doctor, a full-on doctor by the day. Like a real, like a respectable doctor. And then in the evening, she goes and trains MMA. And in the fighter meeting, I was like, whoa, stop. You're a doctor? And this is road to the UFC. If you win this, you get a contract in the UFC. Why are you doing this? You're a doctor. Surely that's a well-paid job. And she says, no. In China, it's not a well-paid, respectable job at all. And you kind of, at birth or when you're very young, they kind of identify you into one of two groups. This person has athletic ability. They will take him or she off and cultivate them to be an athlete or whatever. Or you're smart, you're academic, and they put you into that group and you go off and become a doctor or a lawyer or whatever. And so she's a doctor, but she loves martial arts, always loved martial arts films and stuff like that. She's competed. She's had like 30 professional fights. Apparently she's some TikTok sensation in China. One of the TikTok videos had like over 1 billion views, which, in China is not that much.
China. That's like us getting 100.
Exactly. That's less views than what this show gets. But so they have no idea. And I said, hold on. So you're on TV in China. You're competing tonight. Where do your parents think you are? And she told them that she's off doing like some tournament, doing katas or breaking bricks or some shit, and she's knocking out people in the UFC. And it was one of the best knockouts of the year. Now, Paul, here it is. She's only a little tiny thing, and her opponent was way bigger. It was kind of a lackluster fight. There wasn't much going on until that head kick, right? And look at the way the legs are frozen. That'll do, Paul. Brian. The legs are frozen.
Boy, that would do. And we got my boy Sterling in the house, baby. How you doing, Sterling?
Hey, not trying to be like Conor McGregor, but I'm forcing my way in this. We're getting some diversity in the chat, baby. What's up, Adrian? What the fuck is going down? What the fuck? These motherfuckers have no fucking idea how the fuck we're coming. We're eating turkeys tomorrow, bitch. What's up, baby? What's up, boys?
Let's
Take those fucking skates off. Let's go.
Let's go. Come on, vamos. Yeah.
Fucking go. Get me monetized. Let's fucking go, boys.
Hey, Leroy gonna have your head very soon. I'll tell you.
Woo! Good to be with the boys, baby. We all need to quit our jobs.
It's good to have you here, Sterling. Man. It's good to have you here. You guys seen the clip, and I'm gonna come to you first, Jax. Right? Maybe everybody, when you got kids, you got nieces, nephews, they hide what they're doing from the family, right? And by day there's something, by night there's something else, and all of a sudden you see them on some big screen knocking somebody into oblivion like that. I mean, look at the crocodile roll from the ref right at the end. That was that. The way he jumped in there and rolled, just took her off the opponent. That was mad. But they said the girl, it took so long to get back up. But the thing that I'm getting back to is like finding out somebody that you think you know them, but clearly our parents don't know who the fuck she is, because she ain't the fucking doctor that they paid for. They paid loads of money to send her to medical school, and she out here putting hurting people. Hey, Jack, what's that feeling like when you think you know somebody and all of a sudden you're like, God damn, I thought I knew you. I don't even know who the fuck you are no more.
I don't know, man. I feel like maybe it's different in China. Like, I feel like if you have the skills to wrap your foot around somebody's head and send them to the hospital like that, I would think that your close, tight-knit family would know that about you, that you have those capabilities, that you, at least you're training to do that. I would think so. Like Adrian, like people in your family know what you do. Sterling, I'm sure people in your family know what you do. Crossover, when you were playing baseball, people knew, like you dedicated yourself to that. Yao, I'm sure everybody knows that you're a lawyer. So like everybody knows what these people do. You know what I'm saying? So how in the world would they not see that side of her passion? Because she's clearly passionate about it. There's only one way that you can get this far is being passionate. So it's bizarre. And I guess it really kind of highlights the differences between the cultures when it comes to, I mean, and I can only speak for here, but there's just no way that anybody that's passionate about something, that other people that are close to them are not going to see it. I don't even get it. I don't get it.
Yeah, man. Now I'm gonna pass this on to Adrian and Sterling, yeah, because you guys go in the gym, you spar people all the time, and people probably come in there, they come and talk to you freely and openly in the gym, and they find it as a safe space where they can really be themselves and just let go of some aggression, maybe some stuff they're dealing with at home, but they can't really tell people at home. So they find you guys in the gym, especially a training situation, as a safe space, let off aggression and just really open up to you guys. Have you seen a situation like this before, where people that train with you or comes to your gym, or even you as a coach now, Adrian, that comes to your gym, but people that are so close to them don't know what they're doing?
I don't know. It is weird because for me, first of all, with this situation, like for you to be competing on the UFC's level of like fighting, you need to be training like full time. Like there's, like to still be a doctor full time as well. I mean, that's hectic. Like I don't know how it is, but if I think of it like like it's insane. You wouldn't be able to do both, and let alone hide it. Like that's mad. But I mean, I've heard of people and like kids like telling their parents like, no, they're going to go play a different sport, but then they actually come to the gym and come and train because like their parents don't maybe condone them doing like a sport like that, or maybe the violent aspect. They're like, they don't condone that. So I'm sure. I'm sure some youngsters will go and tell a fib to their parents so they can go there. But I mean, to do it to the extent where they end up in the UFC, like. Either it's like, and I don't mean this in the wrong way or anything, but like either her family, she's like from a village or something, and she made it out to become a doctor, and then was like, oh, I can do martial arts as well, and I'll just tell my family that I'm a doctor, and then she hardly, I don't know, it's like you could think of something, but you wouldn't be able to just hide it like that. That's crazy. But big ups to her. I mean, now she can at least missions complete. Whatever it is she was hiding, she can go and tell her parents. She can be like, well, now you know about it and I'm good at it. So what you going to do about it?
They probably still don't know.
They probably still. You know what I mean?
Hey, Sterling, you got something on this, Sterling? You got something for me on this, Sterling?
Not to quote Biggie Smalls.
On your show, she was going to win. I told you on your show she was going to win, by the way.
I'll be real honest with you. I didn't know nobody on this fight card except the main event. But not to quote Biggie Smalls, if they don't know, now they know now. She's a motherfucker. Yeah. That's one of the nastiest knockouts in UFC history. As you heard Bisping say, she was fucking unconscious for 10 minutes. But I'll be real honest with you, boys. Maybe they just don't take like social media like how we do out here. Like if we train out here, we're probably posting it. Adrian, same. Like you're at least putting it on your story or something. Out there, bro, it's not a big deal to get likes or show off for people. Everyone's about honor, respect, and everyone's just grinding, doing their own thing and trying to survive out there. So it's fucking crazy though that she made it this far without them knowing and thinking she's going to chop up bricks, and she knocked the bitch smooth the fuck out. But Crossover, what's up, bro? What the fuck? I'm coming in with a lot of different energy today.
Up, bro?
I don't know, Crossover. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm panicking. I don't know what to do with my hands. I'm dripping sweat under the hoodie. I just came from sparring. I don't know what I'm doing, but I want to hear y'all's thoughts, boys. I've been listening to the show on the way back home. Adrian, you're the motherfucking man. Shout out EFC, but I'm ready to see what the boys think at the bottom, baby. What do y'all think?
Yeah, let's hear it. Let's hear it. What you got, Cross? What you got?
Let's go, Cross.
Man, yo, like I'm in here with the family and there's two small little babies, so I'm trying not to be too loud over here. And of course,
blame Sterling. Blame Sterling.
Of course,
blame
Sterling
him.
is
Blame.
just bringing
Put
all
the
this
blame
energy.
on him.
It's all good, but yeah, I'm trying to make do and do as best I can over here.
You doing well, brother. You doing well, man.
You're the man. You're the man.
Don't
Gonzo.
listen to Sterling no more. Listen.
Nah, you're the man. You're the man, bro.
Yeah. So you got something for us on that one, that Cross?
So I didn't really. To be fair, my internet wasn't too. It was choppy.
All right. Let's get Yao in real quick. Yao, you got something on that?
I was wondering why.
Do you ever hide from your family about what you do? Do they know you defend on a regular basis?
Well, it's been known to happen, but when Cross glitched out, I thought he was asleep. I was like, "Man's just asleep on the stream," but he's okay. He's just glitched out. Have I ever hid? Not from my family, no. Although there are a few things that you keep away, but I think what Adrian said is very important. Where fighting at that level, to fly internationally, to be in camp, that's something that's very intense.
It's a full-time doctor.
It's crazy. But what's weird is Bisping said she has she's a viral sensation in China with over 1 billion views. Let's just assume that's rounded off. How would they not know if she's actually a viral sensation in China? That, to me, there's a little bit of a disconnect between them not knowing and the fact that she's a viral sensation. So one of the information we're getting is not accurate, or I don't understand how China works. But no, it's very strange to hide something that intensive in your life from your family. That's very strange. But hey, anything's possible. People hide kids all the time. Kids fighting, what's the difference?
Yeah, man. Don't let them bully you, son. Don't let them bully you, son. There you go, Steve. That's what you see. Don't let them bully you, son. Big up yourself, man. Thank you for pulling up. Okay. We got another topic right here. And this is one that, again, it just makes you laugh. It makes you laugh. Why these guys keep doing this, and when they finally feel it, I don't feel sorry for them. But yeah, let's hear it. Let's see about this one.
I never did UFC before though. I don't know no technique for kicking. I'm more of a boxer. Like nobody in here can beat me in boxing. Nobody can beat me here in boxing.
Okay.
Like nobody, I'm talking about nobody here can beat me in boxing. Why is he so big, bro? Wait, come on.
We weigh the same.
Well, why you feel so big in the ring though? Like, can you like just relax? Wait, just chill. Like, bro, like he's like, I know, but like. Why you not punching, bro? See, he's fucking with me. All right, come on, bro. No.
Give him a good
Oh, shit. Come on. How do I go? Wait, my fault, you got that. How do I guard my ribs though?
Yeah, we'll do some takeoff after you do your next.
How do I do that? He keep getting right here.
So,
bro, they never fucking learn, bro.
Oh my god.
They never learn, man. Hey, yo, why you like to put yourselves in situations where you get gut checks and getting punched up by these professionals, man? Like, what do you think of, like, You see that, you get in there with them, and they show you don't belong. But the first thing you do when you get in the gym is running your mouth about how somebody can't do, how nobody's better at boxing than you. Like, bro, I'm not saying you in particular, yo. I'm just.
Oh no, please do talk about me.
That could be you, bro. That could be you. Like you legit go out looking for this, bro. You know what I mean? And Adrian and Sterling still got something for you. Yeah, he's in the bank. They're waiting on you. Talk to me, yo.
So, shout out to Anakin MMA. First it was Sneeko, now Speed. So Sneeko did the same thing against Sean Strickland. And I'm low-key calling out Sean Strickland. If he has the balls to come to South Africa and fight Drickus, I will spar him. Yes, I'm willing to take the risk of getting myself knocked cold the fuck out. I'm willing to take that risk if he has the balls to step into South Africa, because that's where he can spar me. So let's go. I'm behind ISHO Speed. Oh, Daddy got his ribs knocked in. Let's get it. Let's go. If these guys can do it, if they can get in and get themselves beaten to half death, why can't we? Yes, we might just be normal people, but if they can do it, they're inspirational. So I don't see why not. It's what, a 1 minute spar of almost being killed. As long as you don't die, it's okay.
Hey, Jax, there ain't nothing inspirational in that for me. I don't know about you, Jax. Like, that boy just got his rib cracked. You said you got it, my bad. You got it.
Hell no. Hell no. Dude, okay, so ISHO Speed, he's a really good athlete. He really is a really good athlete. But there's a lot of really good athletes that can't fight. There's a lot of good fighters that ain't great athletes. It don't always cross over. You know what I'm saying? Have you seen Conor McGregor throw a football? It's terrible. 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 It doesn't cross over like that, man. The muscle memory ain't the same. So for you to have the arrogance to walk in there and think, oh, I'm the best boxer in here. Okay. You about to find out real quick. And Yao, I can't believe you put this out into the internet like this. I can't believe you.
Listen, if he comes to kill me, I don't know what to say, guys. That's my bad. It's my fault.
He will beat the black off of you. It will be bad.
Look, I don't hold any aspirations of actually winning anything close. If I touch him, that'll be a miracle. But okay.
All right. From a coach's perspective, Adrian, and also still a current fighter like yourself, like, how eager are you always willing to teach motherfuckers like this a lesson and just show them where they fucking belong in the gym, especially you walking like that and start talking shit like that?
You know, sometimes it's nice to have fun with those guys. I mean, they come in there.
Is that what you call it?
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you have fun with them because they come in there and they tell you, "Oh, bad life, winning street fights, and I know how to throw a punch, and I'll show you this and that." And then you're like, "Okay, cool, now let's go." And then, you know, they start doing these bowler shots, and then you're just like, and you don't do it, but you tell yourself in your head, you're like, "Oh, I could kill him, yeah, crack him with the right hand or something." But you're a nice guy, so you leave him, you let him go. But sometimes you got to put them in their place, and you really like. But I've seen some guys get like their ass handed to them. But I'm a nice guy. Like, I'll give them a few warning shots first, and then I'll be like, if you carry on with them, you know. But at the end of the day, like, these guys, like ISHO Speed and like these live streamers, they're just trying to like get the views, and they you know, to them it's nothing serious, but it's like you're swimming in a pool with sharks, you know, and you're playing around in the devil's garden. Eventually you're gonna meet the devil, you know, and then you come up against these guys that are serious, you know, and like these guys will do damage. Like, there's that one guy, I don't know what his name is. I think his name's Charlie. He's a boxer, and he said he's got a street record of like 200 and something fights or something like that. And he went into like Deontay Wilder's gym, and he did the same thing. He wanted to fight with him, and Deontay Wilder beat the shit out of him, like chased him out, like properly. I don't know what his full name is, but I think his name's Charlie. And he's been in like some MMA gyms also, like same thing, trying to take the piss, and then these guys like beat the shit out of him. So I understand the fun and games behind it, but I mean, some of these guys, imagine you're going to do that to Wanderlei Silva or someone like that, like
Jesus Christ.
like they
That's
will
the
damage
name.
you, bro. They will
That's the
damage you.
name.
Like you know what I mean,
Jesus
like a prime
Christ.
bundle over. Like you come in there, hey, let's just spar. This guy's gonna rip you to pieces. But I don't know. It's people they're just trying to find an expert.
You see, did you see how happy Dan Hooker was when these guys started talking shit? Like, you see how happy? I never seen Dan Hooker that happy, bro. He knew I was about to put some pause on that boy. Sterling, like, are you ever that happy to beat somebody up in the gym? Whether novice or oh, you always like that?
It gets my dick hard when I see one of my friends who want to come in or somebody who fucks around like that and they want to just try and see what this is about. I fucking love it. And like Adrian, I'm a cool dude. I never go to the head with it. I throw heavy leg shots and heavy body shots. But like Adrian said, you see moments when you could kill them, where you're like, I could literally take this dude off the planet. But you just have to show them, like, hey man, there's a difference between me and you, and this is many of them. So I think Dan Hooker let him off real fucking light. He wasn't even throwing them body shots hard. He was just kind of throwing them in there. And then how's dude gonna say nobody can beat me here in boxing, and then go show me how to protect my ribs? Like, what the fuck are you talking about? What the fuck are you talking about? And Crossover, you know how I feel about boxers coming into MMA. Bitch made boys who want to try to step in here with them little ass legs and get down with them real motherfuckers. So to be honest and wrap this up, because I really want to see what Crossover has to say. Yeah, I'm with all these boys like Sean Strickland, Dan Hooker, all these guys who want to keep sparring these UFC guys. I fucking love seeing it. So if anything, I just hope these guys go a little bit harder and maybe put one of these guys out. But I cannot wait to see Yao and Sean, baby.
How can you say that after saying put one of these guys out, Sterling? Come on, bro.
Yeah, my bad. I mean like these Twitch streamers, like these little streamers, and like these Aiden Rosses and Kai Stentz. Them, not you, my dog. God. You my dog. Yeah.
I hope you learn to punch, though. I would hope you learn to punch, but you're gonna walk in looking like Yao, and you're gonna walk out looking like Ian Gary. So you're gonna be all black, gone.
Hey, Cross. Sterling wants to hear what you got to say. I want to hear what you got to say. The people want to hear what you got to say on this one. Talk to us.
So man, whenever you see like crossover like this, where it's like normal people going to do stuff against professional athletes or other athletes go against other athletes in different sports, like I love seeing that. There used to be a show over here in the States like years ago called Pros versus Joes.
Yes,
sweet, bro. Like I used to love
Crossover.
And I mean, you know, like it lets everybody think, because you know there are guys that maybe they didn't go far enough in sports, or they did something else, and in the back of their mind they're like, oh, if I could do that, like if I had stuck with it, I can do it. So I like to see it when guys go actually try it, and then they get a dose of reality and they see what it's really about, and that's why they didn't go further into it. So, but I don't have anything against guys going in there to try, and I gotta admit I enjoy watching like the outcome. Like I enjoy watching it.
Yeah, the outcome is always that. The question I always come back to is, these motherfuckers never learn. You know? They never learn. But hey, you know, there's always gonna be people like Yao in this world, man. They ain't never gonna learn, man. You know what I mean? You're calling out Strickland. Jesus Christ, what's wrong with you?
Would you really spar him?
Look, if it's like for 1 minute, and obviously if he's here to fight Drickus, I'm gonna know.
What makes you think Strickland is gonna let you go after 1 minute? Like I'm just curious. What makes you think he'll let you go after what? Like, you know what, I'm done. What makes you think he'll let you walk out of that cage after 1 minute?
In the words of John Jones, I believe in my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ to come in there and carry me out before he kills me. I don't know, because it's a dangerous situation. I'm aware.
I've seen Strickland talking about he's looking at somebody and he's looking at the corner of a table and he just wants to smash the temple on it. He's openly talking about this shit. Like, what makes you think that guy is gonna want you to go after a minute? Like, just Think
And
about
you
who
love
you call out,
Drickers.
bro. Like,
1 minute.
You love Drickers too. So he finds that out. Oh shit. Yeah.
oh, you're done. It's over for
Oh
you.
shit.
Look,
Hey, y'all,
right
you
now
got
I'm
it,
counting
brother. You
on
got it,
internet
brother.
anonymity.
Crossover.
Y'all, don't worry about all that, bro. Like, you can go in there, you gonna put hands on Strickland, bro. I believe you, bro.
Hey,
I knew
don't care about you, bro.
Cross hated his
He don't
twin,
care
man.
about you.
Straight up, brother. Go in there and put them
I
hands
knew
on
Cross
Strickland,
hated his
dog.
twin. I knew he hated
Bro,
his twin.
just go in there and be like, bro, Strickland, you don't have any power, bro. Like, I'm walking through that, bro. That's all you gotta say, bro. Let's go.
No, look. If he's in South Africa, the respect is there. For me, it's just I want him to come. It's about the respect. So, whoa.
I'm dying, man. You guys are killing me. I swear to God. Yeah, big up everybody that's been locked in right now. We got one more clip, well, 2 more clips, but one more clip where I want to get everybody's thought, and then I'm going to run you the final clip, and Adrian's going to just walk us right through that one. But I got this one here, and we're going to let Cross go first on this one, but this one here is a good one. Let's hear it.
Every time Tom walks out that octagon with that belt, there will be a question hanging over his head. Well, you never beat John Jones. Don't matter if you beat this guy and that guy. How are you the champion if you never beat John Jones? Jones knows that. So honestly, if Jones is trying to pull the ultimate troll, he doesn't fight Tom Aspinall. And he lets Tom run this division for as long as Tom can run this division and live with that over his head. Well, you never beat John Jones. So are you really the champion? It's like, that's what it would seem Jones would do, because there is a lot of risk in him fighting Tom Aspinall. I didn't know it initially. I still don't know if I believe it as strongly as some do, but I do believe that this guy is tough. I mean, he's like 8 years younger than Jones. He's huge. He's got a lot of great skill to give him problems, but if anybody can figure it out, it's John Jones.
Yo,
okay,
so
Cross, we're coming to you on this one.
I'm just gonna go. Daniel Cormier is 100% correct. It is what it is. If Aspinall never fights John and John rides off into the sunset, and they just push Aspinall to undisputed, people are going to say, "Hey, like, you didn't beat John Jones, you didn't beat Francis Ngannou, like we get it. Like, you're the best of the guys now, but you never fought those guys." And unfortunately, it sucks because it's not his fault that if he never gets that fight. But ultimately, like, that's just what it's gonna be. But on the flip side, Aspinall can get the fight. It's so easy. So easy. All he gotta do, come on over here, go to Jackson Wink, bring the camera crew, and pull up. Be like, John, fight me.
You saying Bill I should speak?
90s. Like, well, I mean, not just that, but
more like,
the
Shannon
90s
Briggs.
boxing back in the day, bro. Like, boxers would just pull up and be like, go to press conference where that guy was, like, fight me, bro.
Hey,
Bring
Shannon
that
Briggs,
energy, bro, and
Shannon Briggs.
facts.
Let's go, Shannon.
Bro. The fight will get
Let's go,
made.
champ.
Dog. That's literally all you got to do. Pull up on him, be in his face. The fight will get made.
Adrian,
take.
I mean, you in the fight game, and there are certain fighters you fight. Maybe you didn't get the win on them, or they didn't get the win on you, but you never give them that chance again. You just hold that. You just hold that over their head. Is that as we see? Because Jones is probably one of the masters at this. At just giving you that mental torture, like being in your head 24/7.
Yeah.
Is this something that really gets to fighters like that, or is it just easy to move on? Like, you know what? If I ain't getting it from there, I can just move on and do something else. Or do you think it's in Aspinall's bones as a fighter, from a fighter's perspective, to really want to fight Jones? And if Jones don't give him that fight, he'd say, you know what, I got that thing over your head, man. And whenever you finish fighting, Jones, we know Jones be jumping on that tweet. He be tweeting a lot soon as the fight's done. You know what I mean? I'll be telling them, yeah, but you never beat me though, blood. You know what I mean? Like, how do you think that goes?
Look, I think it depends. It depends on how personal the want is to beat him. But like, I have to agree with what Crossover says about, like, if you don't get the chance to fight, like you're the best of this era, but you never fought the guys that were there before you. So it's like if you don't get to chance to fight them, then that ship has sailed. Then unfortunately, you're not going to have a moment like Adesanya did with Anderson Silva. You know what I mean? Where the pattern gets turned over to you. You'll have to fight. You'll just have to accept it and move on. But it comes down to how personal the rivalry is between the two of them, or like, because at the end of the day, it's like, that era's done. I'm the best of this era. Now I can make a new legacy because that's where theirs ended. This is where mine starts. But I don't know. I would like to see them fight. And if I was Aspinall, yes, I would. As a fighter, I would definitely be like, let's go. Especially that he's been active, and it's not like he's like old. Let's say, he's fighting and he's in a good fighting shape. So I would want to fight him, yes, to prove to myself. But at the end of the day, it depends on how personal it is, how badly he wants to prove that. But if he can accept it and move on, then I mean, he's the best. What can they say? If they say John Jones and all of those guys, from the heavyweight division, he'll definitely be up there. So, but if the chance comes, take it. But if it doesn't, then you must just accept it and go.
100%. Jax, with this situation here with Jones, right? I said right off the back, I knew it right off the back. Said right off the back, I think Jones is going to fight him, and I still think Jones is going to fight. But what DC is saying here, DC, out of most of the other fighters that that are on the roster, he knows Jones. He knows Jones and how Jones think, and what his mind is like, and he's giving us another perspective of where Jones might take this, because Jones could be fooling all of us thinking we're going into negotiation, and he put a number that Dana can't pay, but he put that number on purpose because Jones be reminding us that he's already rich and he's happy and he wants to use the joints that he got left to play with his kids and go and play football and go swim and do all this other stuff. I'm looking at Jones's live every other day, like, what's this brother saying now? What's this motherfucker saying now? But with with the perspective that Daniel Cormier brought to us here, how damaging could that be for Tom or his reign moving forward? Say the fight doesn't happen.
I think it would create a split amongst the fans when it comes to how they view Tom Aspinall's legacy. Like, you'll have half the fans who will say, well, Jones ran and Tom would have beat him anyway. So they make that assumption. Then you have the other fans that'll say, yeah, but it didn't happen. And, we'll never know how that would have gone. And, Tom is not really that guy because he didn't beat the guy. So it'll be split one way or the other. That's just kind of how it's going to be. I see Jones didn't beat Ngannou. I mean, that's another thing, that's a thing. It's out there. So there's always going to be a situation like that if they don't fight for Tom. And it's out of his control. There's nothing he can do about it except for what he is doing, unless he does pull up on John like that. But I believe that if the number is met, they will fight. And I think that the number will be met. And I do think that they will fight.
Yo? You're mute.
Jones is looking for that boxing money, definitely. I think the number he's probably looking at is like 45. But for me, look, he didn't beat Ngannou. Damn. So to say that, he's the greatest of the era, so if Tom beats him, then Tom has gotten all of that clout, I don't buy that. I think even if he doesn't fight Ngannou, doesn't fight Jones, so what? Jones walks off, as he says, into the sunset, rides off into sunset with his record. Aspinall becomes the next best, the next great. It just becomes a fight that didn't happen, like Tony Ferguson versus Khabib or any of the other great fights we always wanted to see happen, but doesn't necessarily taint anyone's record. So I don't really think it has that colossal bearing on Aspinall at all. Because say, for example, he does fight the GOAT and he loses, then we're having a completely different conversation. So at the end of the day, if it doesn't happen, sure, because he could lose. And I know we all think he'll beat Jones because he's younger, he's faster, all those things, but it's still John Jones. And when he then unifies the title and becomes the undisputed champion, what do we then say about Aspinall? So maybe he should pump the brakes and wait for someone or the rest of the division that he knows he will dominate for a long time, rather than pushing for this fight, trying to get the legacy, losing the interim title, and then he ends up getting stuck behind the line somewhere. I'm just saying that's also a possibility. So for me, it not happening isn't like a huge thing. Aspinall will come, and he is most likely, if we look at the heavyweight division right now, most likely going to dominate. So, because I mean, he's beaten most of the closest competitors. So for me, the Jones adds to legacy, but it's not a must for his career, for his legacy as an individual in terms of Aspinall, for me.
Yeah, I mean, that's a great take. That's a great take. And whilst everybody's here, I'm going to go around the table real quick, and I want to test the temperature of what everybody's thinking. Jax, Tom versus Jones, who wins? Who are you picking?
I think John Jones figures out a way to win.
Yao?
I go Jones.
I ain't even going to have to come to cross. Adrian?
John Jones.
Sterling?
I'm gonna go John Jones. And real quick, before I get your thoughts, Adrian, has there ever been a guy you wanted to fight that did not want to fight you?
No. Oh yes, there was actually one guy that did want to fight me. What's his name? Bradley Swanepoel. They offered me a fight.
Oh shit!
And yeah,
you two got it like that.
Yeah, so they wanted me to fight him, and I said yes to the fight, and I was pretty excited to fight him. But then they came back like within a couple of hours, and they were like, no, he said no, and then they gave me Kati instead.
So, that's how you got. That's how you ended up with Kati. Oh,
yeah, I was
my
supposed
days.
to fight Bradley at 111, and then he said no, and then I got Kati.
Why do you think?
Because he came back to fight. He came back to fight at 55 after that situation there. Didn't he compete at 55? Bradley.
Kati. Bradley. No, I don't know. I'm not too sure. I don't think I followed him.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's competed at 55 since that fight. With
115, 115.
Yeah.
I was supposed to fight him. So that's one guy that I was keen to fight. But I'm keen to fight anybody. But yeah, he said no. Yeah. He didn't want to fight me.
I mean, it's you winning. You're a crazy motherfucker, man. You know what I mean?
So interestingly enough, I have some insight on that. No. So Bradley wasn't quite available this year. So he just wasn't taking fights in general, which is why he hasn't actually fought since sometime last year. They were having some personal issues where they were changing gyms, etc. So we had an interview with him a few weeks ago. So that's what happened. If it was the Kati fight for 111, yeah, that's what happened earlier this year.
Nah, basically he ducked Adrian. That's all I heard. He ducked Adrian. He doesn't want that shit. Adrian, you big brother them, Adrian. You big brother that motherfucker.
I'm just saying something here, Keith, man. Like,
well, I wouldn't want to fight me. So
you think we can? You think we can put this shit? You think we can put this shit together, bro? Like, it's not like we don't know Bradley.
Hey,
like
bro, yeah. Let's go.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Look, hey, Keith, let's do this, man. This will be a personal assignment for us. We're gonna talk to Bradley, see where he's at, and see if he really wants to meet Adrian in the center, El Centre. You know what I mean? Go to the center, man. You know what I mean? Get in the paint, man. You know what I mean? Shit. Okay. Right. For the very last clip right here. Before we get out of here, thank you to everybody that stayed with us so far. We know that Adrian just competed. Fantastic victory. We're going to remind everybody what that victory looked like again. And you just talk us through your mindset, how you was feeling through it, the vibe afterwards. You know what I mean? Everything. Talk to us.
Yeah, these motherfuckers ducking. Right, these motherfuckers ducking, baby.
Yeah, that was pretty sick.
Talk to us, Adrian.
Man, this fight was was a fight to, you know, obviously give me some momentum and, you know, try and bounce back from the knockout that I had. And yeah, I took the opportunity. Going into the fight, I was trying to be as calm as possible, like I am all the time. You know, whatever happened in the past doesn't define what will happen in the future. So, you know, I just kind of got over that whole thing. I wasn't really like worried about getting knocked out again or anything like that. I just wanted to go in and do what I planned. And yeah, it was pretty cool going in, you know, doing the first professional fight for our gym, Yorkai. So that was also like a moment for me to, you know, set an example for the guys at the gym. So I was more focused on that than I was actually like about how I was going to react to the fight. So I was doing it for a different reason. And yeah, when we went in there, I was pretty calm. I checked him out. I know he was a Muay Thai fighter. So he came in with his Muay Thai, tried his 1-2, he tried a kick, he tried a low kick. I got him with a low kick. And then I checked him with a nice left hook, wobbled him a bit. And then I tried to come in with a right hand. But yeah, he clinched up with me. So I was like, okay, fine. We'll just see where the fight goes. He threw a knee. I blocked the knee. I came with the right hand, pushed him up against the cage. And then I had him like in like a 50-50 control. And then I was like picking at him with like some shots, you know, using my head. And I was giving him some nice shots from the side. And I heard his corner say to me, or say to him, he's not going to be able to take you down. He can't take you down. So I heard them. And when I heard them say that, I like peeked over to the side. You can see I stick my head to the side, and I told them, watch the shit. And then I like got the double unders. I got the double unders, pulled him in, and then yeah, I told him. And then I tripped him. As I tripped him and took him down, I turned again to his corner and I like stuck my tongue out at him. So I was like a little bit cocky, but I was like, okay, fine. You tell me I can't do it. I'm gonna show you I'm gonna do it. And then yeah, from there it was just ground and pound. I just controlled him, moved with him, tracked his hips, tracked him the whole time. And then, yeah, eventually I just mauled him. I overwhelmed him and killed him with the shots. But he did all right. Like, yeah, I mean, he got in there, he took the fight, but my game plan worked. So it worked well. And there's the cage work and everything is what I was working on. So it was good. It was nice. And under my own tutelage and Cameron now, you know, the two head coaches of the gym, so we working together. And yeah, no, it was good. It was very, very nice outing for the gym as a whole. And it was a lucky experience. It was nice. Nice to, you know, I felt like I didn't make many mistakes and it was a clean finish. It was textbook MMA, ground and pound. So it was nice. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, man. Good. Big up to all of Yokai Gym, man, and everybody that's over there working.
Yeah, everyone's supporting me, man. Like, yeah, you guys, the panel, and everybody back home, like, you know.
Oh yeah, we were rooting for you that day, man. Everybody, we were all talking in the chat. We were all rooting for you. We was all there with you. You know what I mean? While it was happening live, it's crazy. And even our boy Robocop, Simon Rayner, salute to you if you're watching. He was there live with us. He was texting me the whole time. Did Adrian win? I'm so happy for you. He was locked in. Everyone was locked in, bro. And we was all proud. We was all proud of you, man. I'll come to Jax if you got something for Adrian. Any of you guys that got something for Adrian, take it away, man. Take it away.
Man, that was my first EFC event live, and so it was cool to see like somebody that I actually know, you know, on that thing. And I mean, you did your thing. Like, it was at no point did it look like it was going to go a different way. A solid 3 minutes and 21 seconds of work. Like, I was definitely impressed, man, for sure, for sure.
Thank you.
Yeah, man, he counted the second. Cross.
I got a question. So, like, when you're in there, like, can you explain to us the difference when like you catch somebody with a big shot and they just go to sleep, or as opposed to like when you're on top of somebody, ground and pound, just mauling them? Like, what's the difference in like how you feel in those two different moments?
It's like for me, I know when I've made a shot, like you can feel the impact, and you kind of know when you hit them in the head because you can feel the bone. It's harder. It's different than hitting them on the guard or like if they catch your hand or something. But what the signs that I look for, like if I feel that familiar feeling of like hitting the bone or the face, I always look. The next one is body language, like how they reacting to it. And when I caught him, for example, when I threw the left hook, I caught him and I could see he was wobbled. So I didn't want to rush it and throw another right hand. So I took my time to see where he was going to go. But he was wobbled. I wobbled him with the left. And then like with the ground and pound, it's the same thing. Like you're wearing them out more than like you're actually doing. Like you're doing damage, but you're wearing them out at the same time. Especially like if it's like a fresh round and you guys both have energy. Like you don't want to go straight for the kill because that's when they'll use their energy and get out, or then the scramble happens. It's more about like controlling them and wearing them out a little bit. And then the same thing, like you're punching, you're getting that familiar feeling, and then you're looking to see where he's moving next, and then from there you pounce. But some guys can take it, eh? Like you smack them and it's in there and they're looking at you like, but yeah, body language is probably the most, that familiar feeling in the body language. That's the way that I tell it. You know, that I guess that's how I can explain it. I guess some guys will explain it differently. Like I always say, it's the sweet spot. Like like with baseball, when you hit the bat in the sweet spot and makes that noise and it goes for a home run or whatever. It's like in the, I don't know what they call it, but it's like it's that sweet spot. And you just know when you hit them and it's like, I got him there. I felt that one. Or like you'll be a little bit like in the guard and you'll feel, okay, that one was like half and half. But it's just, you just know when you hit, you just know like, that was a shot.
That's what's up. I appreciate that.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah. Sterling, you got something for Adrian?
Adrian, I didn't get to watch your fight live. I was cutting weight. I literally sent Jackson a message. I was trying to get at least something to kill fucking time back there while I was dying from the inside. But bro, I saw the highlights. What a fucking finish, Adrian. What number fight was that for you for pro?
That was my 11th pro fight.
11th pro fight. How many amateur fights did you have?
MMA, I was 3-2. I did 5 MMA fights.
Oh,
but I did K1 and boxing as well. So about maybe 15 or so amateur fights amongst all of them. I didn't win all of them, but I never ever got knocked out. I've never been knocked out until the previous one. That was the first time in my career. But most of the fights that I've lost. Eh?
My bad. I'm cutting you off like crazy. I just want to know this question. I know Yal's probably got something for you. Out of all those fights, bro, that you've been in, have you ever had a moment? This happened to me my second fight. My second amateur fight ever. This happened to me. Where like you literally just kind of gave me like flashbacks and you were on top pounding. Do you ever feel like, oh shit, I'm about to get tired? You know what I'm saying?
I felt
like,
that
you know
before.
What I'm talking about? Yeah.
I felt that before. Like, dude, I felt that against what's this guy's name now? I just thought about my second pro fight. I felt it when I felt that against Cassander. I had a bit of hay fever going to Johannesburg because of the change of climate from Cape Town to Johannesburg. So it like made my nose really dry. So but like when the second round started, I threw like 1 or 2 combo and I already felt, I was like, damn, I'm gonna get tired now because of this. And that feeling, that feeling of like, now you're gonna have to push. Like, yeah, it's not nice. Especially when you look at the clock and you got a lot of time left and you're like, damn, there's still rounds to go. And I felt that once also when I cut weight as an amateur. It was the first time I cut to lightweight. And by the second round, when the second round started, I was done already. Like I had no energy. And I was just like, fuck, I'm gonna get tired. So yeah, no, it's not a nice feeling, and it definitely happens. It definitely happens. But that's where you learn to push through, you know, and you build that character where, for me, I call it autopilot. So when I get to that point where I'm tired, I go autopilot. I just go. I do let my body do the work. I go at a pace, and whatever happens, happens. But like I just keep going. I just keep working. Because
there was a lot of time left, bro. Like if you don't,
I know, but you just gotta go. You just gotta go. Autopilot. You just gotta go. Just try and remember and go. Like that's where the heart and the push comes from, and the fight is. That's when the fight actually starts. It's like now you gotta push. Now you gotta fight. So yeah, it happens. It happens.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, man. You never know, Sterling. You might need that in January, man. You know what I mean? Get that registered up in there. You know what I mean?
No more Muay Thai, baby.
Man.
We're back. We're back in MMA. No more Muay Thai. No more
Come
boxing
on.
fights. And Yao, you're
Come on.
muted.
You're on mute, Yao.
You're still muted.
You're on mute again, bro.
Dude, 10-8 round to the
Oh
mute
my
button. 10-8
God.
round.
Come on, Yao. You know what I mean?
Jeez.
Oh man.
Connor is not who we're talking about, so you just mute up. Is that what's going on? Is that Adrian ain't Connor? Is that what's going on here? Huh?
I was calling Connor
Come
to
on.
let him watch the
Go
show
ahead.
to make sure he knows I'm defending him. But to put into context, Sterling, Joburg is 1,400 meters above sea level. Cape Town is at sea level. So every time Adrian has to come up, it's another mission in terms of getting the right amount of oxygen, in terms of getting tired. So that's definitely a factor that comes into Adrian's training. But Adrian, of your last two knockouts, which one is your favorite?
Probably Kati. I mean, that was pretty cool.
Yeah, that was cold. Oh, that was brutal.
That
I
left
felt
was-
sorry for that, brother.
That left me on the right hand.
That was
That was
cold.
my
So-
textbook. That's like signature. Like I've caught almost everybody with their right hand. They, you know that. You know, I was thinking about it. I was thinking about it. My last, well, out of my 3 stoppages that I had, 2 of them were from ground and pound, and 1 was the knockout. I feel like people forget that I am a stand-up guy. Like I've got a black belt in K1. Like I do kickboxing, you know. But everyone they say that I'm the strong grappler and I've got good like submissions and this and that. I've only ever finished the fight once by submission. Everything else was ground and pound or knockout. So like yeah, but anyway, we'll see what happens in the next fights. All I know is that I can go both. Wherever the fight goes, I'm comfortable. If they want to stand, we can stand. If they want to grapple, we can grapple. I can do both. So, all rounder.
Yeah, man. Salute. Big up to everybody that stayed with us so far. All of our panel, all of our guests. Thank you so much, Jax. Thank you for your time. Yao, Crossover. I know you're with family. You made it happen. Thank you very much, and hope you have a great holidays. Sterling, holiday times over there in America for you guys, man. You know what I mean? So big up to you. And Adrian, as always, thank you so much for your time, brother. You know we appreciate you over here. We'll always love you, and we'll always show you respect on your work. You know what I mean? The last thing I want to say before I get out of here, because I just remembered. Thank God I remembered. I said to Eric, I wasn't going to let this go the next time I saw you both in the same place. Dallas and Texas. That derby that happened between both of you. What happened, Jax? What the hell happened, Jax? Like, this Texas boy put some beating on you, bro. Like, I had to reopen that wound for you, brother. You know what I mean? Like,
I've already punted on this year, man. This year is over. This year been over. So, you know,
what, he's done?
It don't affect me no more. Yeah, it don't affect me no more, man. It don't affect me. But what I won't do is I will never, ever, ever root for the Texans. Ever. So I hope they lose all the rest of their games. All of them.
Look at this. This guy is shameless. Look at that. Look how shameless he is.
We'll always take you, Jax. We'll always take you. There's always a spot on the bandwagon for you, big dog. We're always glad to have you on whenever you're ready. I'll always save one for you, baby. We're always glad to have you on. One more time, right here, Jax.
Oh, look at that.
Nope. It's not happening.
We got you, brother. We're all Texans on the inside.
Hey, listen. I said to myself, boy, the next time I have both of you on, I'm going to bring that up, man, because I remember talking about it, and I thought, yeah, what was the result of that game? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I'm pretty sure I turned it off early. But I mean, we talked about it beforehand. I was like, dude, we're going to get destroyed. He was like, yes, you are. Yeah.
Yeah, man. And yeah, that's how the cookie crumbles, people. And yeah, we're going to leave it right there. Thank you to every single one of you that stayed with us tonight. It's always a pleasure bringing Dust Up Shakedown to you. And next week, we're going to be back with another one. Salute, big love. God bless, people. Love.
Yo, guys, this is Adrian Yanez telling you to use those handles. Hit, click, like, and subscribe. Fuck yeah, dudes. If you